Capricorn, hey boo, welcome to your zodiac reading. This zodiac reading is about how the transition of Pluto in Aquarius is going to affect you. Um, if you have not watched the Pluto in Aquarius reading yet, I've linked it in the description box. Go check that out just to give you like a background story and then come watch your zodiac reading. But just the briefest explanation. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for the next 19 years, which is why I am doing this reading for you. Cool. So all the cards are facing down, and the only card that comes up facing up is this card, and this actually represents the devil in this deck, and the devil is literally what represents Capricorn in the tarot. You can even see the sign there. If you can see it, that's the sign of Capricorn. So like that's interesting, and how it's depicted in this deck, it's not depicted obviously, like I said, as the devil. It's depicted as ego, but if you can see what's happening here, it's like you've got this angel that is breaking this lady's chains, and what chains you is like this idea that you may have of yourself or in life that kind of limits you. It limits your growth, it limits your ability to expand yourself and become anything or be able to do anything. And you've got this angel, which is like this guide, this ancestor or this spirit guide or this like higher self that is going to able to free you from limiting ideas that you may have about yourself. And that's followed by the Ten of Cups. And it's talking about how basically Pluto in Aquarius brings emotional fulfillment for you. And that emotional fulfillment is going to come about because you're going to be able to free yourself from these limiting ideas that you may have about yourself or about life in general. There's certain things that you don't, there's certain programs that you don't even know that you're running. Yeah, there's certain programs that you don't even know that you're running within yourself that limit you from experiencing certain things. I see. I see. Right. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to the end part, which is good. But let's start with these limiting ideas and what it is. There seems to be these ideas that you have about how you give other people a lot of power in your life. So when things don't go a certain way that you want, or yeah, if things don't occur the way that you feel like they should have occurred, you have this habit of looking outside of yourself and feeling as though there was foul play from other people. You tend to feel as though things are not going your way because somebody did this to you and someone did that. Particularly like I'm getting very like spiritual vibes. So like maybe you feel like people are throwing at you. You feel like, you know what I mean by throwing, as in like you feel as though people are doing witchcraft on you. You feel like people are consulting about you and bewitching you and stuff like that. Like you tend to yeah, I just did Libra's reading, and at the end, it had some conversation about destiny swapping and stuff like that. And yeah, so you tend to think about stuff like that a lot, like, oh, maybe someone is destiny swapping with me or something like that. But yeah, and that tends to give certain people a lot of power over you. And some of these people, I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, maybe they don't like you, but they don't even think about you like that. They're not that invested in their dislike towards you. It's not true. Like, let this be the reading that tells you that no one is bewitching you. Let this be the reading that tells you that no one is doing dark magic on you. Like, you seem to have been given this idea. I don't know if it comes from certain fears that you have about life, or maybe it comes from certain, a certain type of upbringing or something like that. But there always seems to be this fueling of the idea that someone is doing something to you, and that's why certain things are not going the way you like. Boo. Let this be the reading where you find out that is not true. No one is doing anything to you. If certain things are not going the way you like, um there's many reasons that can account for that. The ultimate biggest reason being it's all part of the plan. The way in which you navigate your challenges, the way in which you navigate your problems, speaks to why those issues or problems are there, because they are building up a certain part of yourself that you're going to need at a certain point. And now that we're talking about Pluto in Aquarius, it's like you're going to understand why certain challenges had been occurring in your life. You're going to understand why certain things occurred that made it so that you had to change a certain way that you do certain things, because there's other things that are now going to happen in Pluto and Aquarius, like opportunities that are going to come, and you're going to be ready for those opportunities, and you're going to realize why it is that certain things happened. It wasn't because someone was doing anything to you. If someone had disliked you to the point where they wish you fail, that was it. That's where it stops. And that happens to almost everybody, right? That happens to almost everybody, where someone dislikes you to the point where they wish you don't amount to anything. And even that, you having an interaction with someone that doesn't like you, it was all for building your own character, learning how to deal with that. Because, boo, that's gonna happen in life. Like, there's certain people that are not gonna like you, and there's certain people that are not gonna like you to the point where they wish you fall. And you cannot crumble or hide every time you come across a person like this. You have to build a foundation within yourself that is able to stand up to negativity, because negativity is going to happen. You've got to build a version of yourself that is able to eat that shit like food and make something out of it, like transmute it and use it to your advantage. Like, use someone's dislike of you to your advantage. Not this thing where you waste time trying to get back, like, at that person who you think is doing some spiritual work against you, and it all just becomes this cycle of you not putting enough attention in the things that you do want, but instead putting too much attention in the things you don't want, and the things that you don't want to happen. There was a need in your life to learn how to be able to observe something that you don't like, and if you don't like it, move your attention from it and move on. Not invest attention in things that you don't want to happen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And yeah, you've learned to do that. Like, you've kind of learned to do that. And I think you didn't realize that in learning how to pull your attention from things that you don't want, you've started to heal this neural pattern that tells you that certain people are out to get you. I don't think you had realized that you haven't thought like that in a really long time. You haven't thought about how this person is bewitching you and this person is out to get you in a while. Just from learning how to move your attention from things that you don't like and concentrate more on the things you do want to occur in your life. Minding the business that pays you. Minding the business that supports you. Minding the business that appreciates you will literally change the trajectory of your life. And that's what's happening with you. And Pluto in Aquarius is going to make it so that, I don't know, I'm seeing like something grow exponentially, like kind of like, yeah, like for instance, if you've been planting seeds for something and then like you were waiting for it to rain and it hasn't been raining and you were waiting for it to rain, yeah, can it rain, can it rain? Pluto in Aquarius is the rain. The rains are here. So now the seeds that you've planted, it's time for growth. Yeah. You've got the Two of Cups. You're finally going to feel as if the work that you've put into your life, like when you actually started putting attention onto the things you want, the universe is reciprocating that energy towards you. You've got this Two of Cups and you've got this Three of Wands. Is it Three of Wands? Yeah. You've got this Three of Wands that speaks to future opportunities based on the work that you had put in before. And Pluto in Aquarius is going to feel as if you're finally getting the answer back to that prayer that you put in a while back. And I'm getting also, boo, it's a very holistic energy. So love, relationship, stability, material things, personal growth. It can be you wanting your hair to grow, boo. Like that will happen. It can be you wishing that you had a bulkier body. If you're a guy, you're gonna find a way to do that. It's from the most like high frequency things to the most like minute thing. It doesn't matter. Like boxes are being ticked. I don't know why I'm getting like a Father Christmas vibe here, like some list that you put in. Yeah. Like check this out. It's like, if Father Christmas was an angel, like coming down and being like, it's okay, I got you. I know that you've put in your list. I know that, you have started putting your attention in the right place, and I got you. And you've got the Page of Wands here, which just speaks to this part of yourself that you've been secretly growing. In line with you taking your attention away from things you don't want and putting it in things that you do want. You've also been basically growing this part of yourself that is self-aware but also self-assured, like understanding that no one has power over you the way you do. And if anybody has power over you, it's because you've given them that wand. It's because you've given them your dragon. But this speaks to you having your power back. You've taken these like steps that may have seemed non-related, but ultimately they were, because they've all accumulated to this point where you now have your power back. And Pluto in Aquarius is about you using that power to prove to yourself that you are the person that you've always thought you are, and freeing yourself from these limiting ideas that were holding you back. And in freeing yourself, again, it's like it's like this catapulted catapult effect that's gonna happen, where it's just gonna feel as if it's from 0 to 100 overnight or in no time, which is closing off in this 10 of Cups and in this 9 of Pentacles, which for a Capricorn is exactly the state that you desire. You are so obsessed with the ability to take care of yourself, the ability to be independent and take care of the people that you love and take care of yourself. But at the same time, and I love this for you because it shows like maturity within your Capricorn energy, because at the same time, you want emotional stability, you want emotional fulfillment, and that's exactly what's coming your way. Because also being able to take care of yourself and your family and be successful, because that's also the Nine of Pentacles. It is being successful. Being successful creates emotional fulfillment for you, and that's exactly what you're going to get. That is exactly what Pluto in Aquarius brings for you. I told you, Pluto is also Hades. Hades was not just a king of the underworld. Hades used to represent wealth. It's supposed to be a great time. So, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Oh, you've got the longest reading, and it's going to make the other guys, like, angry. That's what I have for you. If the reading resonated, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. Ning defende. Why are they reading so long? Bye, guys.